So Bob's very sick and still throwing up, and I'm gonna be up with him all night, not gonna sleep. I have to bring him that first thing in the morning. Alright, I made a video on this. It was like 15, it was just over 15 minutes, so it's not gonna upload. So every time it's over that, it says you've not reached, like, that you gotta, that happens whenever you have a channel, it's new, and then after that, it'll say you can make them longer than this. So if you want to see the whole thing, I'll just divide up in 2 parts, but I don't even know if it deserves that much. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, here it is. I'll just read you this first part, and it was this argument on this thing, and it was on like a, I don't know, some board or something, title more popular than thought, and it's just, I don't know what this is, because it's not YouTube or Facebook or I don't know if MySpace exists, and I don't go on Facebook anymore. I haven't been on there in, oh, it's about a year. But it's got the thing of the video, and then you could tell because there's a repeat of the initial thing the person said. And it starts off with this or whatever they copied on. Multiculturalism isn't a... I did check my video. These aren't comments from the video of the ancient channel. Multiculturalism isn't a Western thing or strictly a Western phenomenon, or isn't a Western or strictly Western phenomenon. The classic multicultural states in history were Eastern, for example. Unfortunately, I study history, and I would challenge this person to name one. Also, the idea that the stance or belief in everything equates to a belief in nothing is a bit of a trick used in discussion to undermine an argument without actually making the point. He does make some good points, but he seems to be a bit of a reductionist. Jews did practice both stoning of women and persecution of homosexuals. Both practices did actively, I think that meant transcend into Christianity. Not to say everyone did it, but it's just to deny this is true self-denial, denial of history. What? Wait. This video is about multiculturalism. I was saying secularism was the best. And it was about another video where I said I was making the difference between pluralism and multiculturalism. It's referenced in the video. He does make some very very good analysis on some points of forms of atheism, but atheistic communism is not wholly compatible, since all forms of dictatorship, communism, fascism, etc., can very easily be shown to be forms of pseudo or quasi-pseudo religions. Very much agree that secular governments are better than religious states, but for obvious reasons. Ultimately, he's kind of difficult to watch. He may be very intelligent, but he's not a very good speaker. Again, I say that in a video, and I say that now. Or say as much, not the exact word. And though I agree a lot with what he says, he strikes me as a tad self-blinded on issues, enjoyable, but kicks asses up and down the block, question mark. Didn't claim to kick asses up and down the block. Anyways, this person's got a huge blind spot, and I think is in self-denial. I'll put the link to my video. And this is, there's like paragraphs, like run-on paragraphs, boom, 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 of two people just arguing this. And they're not arguing this, they're arguing about religion. he gets slammed on the Christianity practicing stoning and killing women and stuff, and has to back up on that. But it argues about religion. Also, the idea that the stance of or belief in everything equates to a belief in nothing is a bit of a trick used to undermine the discussion without actually making the point. And then he goes to make my point for me. I believe in communism and fascism and racism and anti-racism, in Islam and Judaism and atheism and anti-theism and capitalism, in Sharia law and Zoroastrianism and Buddhist law, and I believe we should have dictators and democratically elected presidents and kings who have absolute rule. Is that madness? I think it is. And communist is not atheistic. So it's more correct to be like a revolutionary theology person that says Jesus said everything that's in Das Kapital and that Karl Marx wrote and that Engels, because yeah, that's what Karl, the Communist Manifesto and Das Kapital and Engels and Marx and Lenin and Stalin and all that, and all the people we are communists. And in the video I was saying atheistic states. And the first two weren't communists. And then again, anything that is bad is religion, which he basically, so any ideological thing, like atheists were the first suicide bombers. Nationalism is religion. Democracy is a religion. This is a religion. Anything somebody would fight and die for, or invade another country, kill people for, would be wanting money is religion. That's like saying, it's like those idiots who say, whatever you hold most important in life is God. You've just destroyed the definition of God. You've just mass reductionist. Exactly what he accused me. They argue about religion. I talked about secularism. He agrees secularism is better. But he has to kind of disagree because saying one thing's better than another isn't politically correct enough. Oh no. I quote Hitchens. I quote Bill Maher. I quote Hitchens quoting Thomas Jefferson. I talk about deists and Masons mostly. I said deist Masons, and the Christians that were from Europe said, fuck, there were, at the time Europe was going through mass bloodshed of Catholic on Protestant and Protestant on Protestant mass murder. And they said, screw that, we don't want that. Wall between church and state. I think I even referenced like Constantinople and go through all this stuff. I'll put the link to my video. Does anything like, I'll put the whole, after that it just descends into sheer madness of just talking about, arguing about religion. And the Jew, yes, you know what? I agree with you. The theocratic state of the Jews, when they went and killed the Canaanites, the Philistines, the Hivites, the Jebusites, the Midianites, the Amorites, and were said to destroy a whole clan called Amalekites, just a whole people, just to massacre, wipe. They take credit for wiping out an entire ethnicity because they were driven by God, and if you committed heresy, you'd be killed. Would you rather live under that or secular? And you say you would, but you argue, no, the exact opposite of what he said is wrong. What? This person must be smoking crack or something. I don't know. What the hell are they talking about? that's just an amazing straw man. The bullshit level, and it's already 10 minutes long. Gosh. We really need rational people. I mean, I'd like to have breakfast this morning, and the person responds, pancakes aren't flying out of toasters. I don't see what that has to do with anything. Or I'm not gonna I've made my point. What the hell? Oh, I'm glad this wasn't on my channel. If somebody knows anything about this, or if any of my viewers posted this, which they had, somebody well, I gotta call. No, they would be the old ones. What in God's name?